Salvete discipuli. This is your introduction to stage 17 and its new material, the genitive. I will read to you the model sentences in Latin. Please just follow along. You can look at the pictures and in your mind try to translate the Latin into English. Alexandria magnum portum habet. Prope portum est insula. Facula est navibus ad portum pervenire. Quod in hoc insula est faris ingens. Multae naves in portu Alexandriae sunt. Alexandria est urbs turbulenta. Ingens turba semper urbem complet. Multi mercatores per vias ambulant. Multi servi per urbem current. Multi milites per vias urbis incadunt. Milites Romani urbem custodiant. Ego et clemens postquam ad urbem pervenimus, templum vidimus. Ad hoc templum, quod Augustus Caesar prope litis aedificaverat, festinavamus. Pro templo Caesaris erat ara. Ego vinum in aram fudi. Prope hanc urbem habitabat Barbilus, vir dives. Barbilus negotium cum patre meo saepe agebat. Vilam splendidam habebat. Ad vilam Barbili mox perveni. Facula erat mihi vilam invenire, quod Barbilus erat vir notissimus. Barbilus multos servos habebat, ego nullus. Decorum est tibi servum Aegyptium habere, inquit Barbilus. Inter servos Barbili erat puer Aegyptius. Barbilus, vir benignus, mihi hunc puerum dedit. As you probably noticed, the genitives I put into yellow so that they would stand out to you a little bit more. All right, so what are the case functions? I'm not going to go over all of the case functions. I'm only going to point out the new one, which is the genitive. The genitive shows possession. It is the possessive. For example, the kid's mom throws the ball. It's the kid. The mom belongs to the kid, the one who's throwing the ball. All right, so how to translate a genitive when you see it. This is kind of tricky if you don't understand how to do possession in English. So this is kind of a quick review of English. In the singular, you show possession by doing an apostrophe S. So the kid's ball. This is one kid who is possessing the ball. If you don't know how to use apostrophes properly, I highly recommend that you just stick to the of version. It can be a little clunky, but at least it's a lot easier to get correct in the beginning. So the ball of the kid is also one kid showing possession of a ball. Now, here's plural possessions. If you have multiple kids possessing a ball, it would be kids, then the apostrophe. If you want to do it just the of version, it's the ball of the kids. When you have a plural that doesn't end in S, it's apostrophe S to show possession. So this is children possessing a ball. If you want, or you could do the of version, the ball of the children. Again, that's children possessing a ball. Here are the noun charts. I have everything that's new highlighted. Dictionary entries. Lots of people have been asking about what the genitives look like. So when you look a word up in the dictionary, this second entry right here will be in the genitive. This is also how we do the flashcards, although I usually write out the entire word the second time. So we have an A, then we have an AE. Up here we have an AE in the genitive singular. That's how we know we're looking at a first declension word. This accented I here, that's how we know we're looking at a second declension word. You can't always rely on this US here. For example, puer and then pueri. So if you ignore this I right here, we know that this is our ending. What you have left is your root or your base. That's how you know what to add the rest of your endings to. And then here we have an example of a neuter. So we num, we ni. Because of the accented I here, we know we are in the second declension. We know that it is neuter because it ends in um in the nominative singular. Now let's look at some third declension ones because there's a lot more variety in here, at least in the nominative singular. So rex is the nominative singular. Regis is the genitive singular. An unaccented is is your genitive singular. That's how you know you're in the third declension. If you drop the is, what you're left with is your base or your root, and that's what you apply the rest of the third declension endings to. Another example is Leo, Leonis. So again, drop the is here, our genitive singular. What we have is Leon, that is our base, that's what we add the rest of our endings to. Another example is canis. I like to use this example because it's the same in the nominative singular and the genitive singular. So you drop that is, add the rest of your endings for the rest of the cases. And then mater, matris, this is also a nice one to point out because we dropped the e and then we have our root or our base. So matris becomes matri, matrem, and so on and so forth. All right, this is a quick look at our adjectives. So again, right across the top here, we have our new genitives. For the personal pronouns, again, these are our genitives. And for the relative pronouns, the genitives. All right, let's do a couple of practice sentences. So, ad portum Alexandriae mox pervenimus. This right here is the possessive. This is what is possessing something else. So a lot of times it is just what makes the most sense, and it is going to be close in proximity to whatever it is possessing. Here, Alexandria is possessing the port or the harbor. So this would be to the harbor of Alexandria. So soon we arrived. Soon we arrived to the port of Alexandria. In villa barbili erant multi servi. Okay, barbili makes most sense for barbili to be possessing the house. So this is Barbilus's house, or you could say the house of Barbilus. So many slaves were in the house of Barbilus. Milites Romani per vias urbis incedebant. All right, urbis here, this is our genitive singular third declension. It is most likely possessing this noun right here. Genitives can only possess nouns. So the streets of the city, or the city's streets. So the Roman soldiers were marching through the streets of the city. In multitudine Aegyptiorum erat senex. Okay, the Egyptians, so our ending here is O-R-U-M, that's genitive plural. The Egyptians are most likely possessing right here, a multitude or a crowd. All right, so in a crowd of Egyptians, there was an old man. Agamem militum per urbem incedit. The militum here, this is really confusing. You see um and you want this to be second declension accusative singular, or maybe you think it's neuter, so it might be nominative singular second declension. This right here relies on you knowing that this is a third declension noun because it's miles in the nominative singular. Therefore, this is genitive plural, soldiers, of the soldiers. Okay, so a column of soldiers marches through the city. Remember, the genitive shows possession. Singular possession can look like this, the kid's ball or the ball of the kid. Plural possession can look a few different ways. The kid's ball, this is multiple kids possessing the ball, or the ball of the kids. Sometimes in English we have what we call collectives. Never mind. This is the children's ball or the ball of the children. Vale, te discipuli.